Hello and welcome. We are here sitting on the couch with the wonderful Colm O'Regan. Welcome.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be on Eason TV.
Yes, Eason TV. This is we're still not. We haven't Christmasified the room yet. We kind of feel is it too early? November, mid-November.
Did you notice how I left the optional final S out of the word Eason as well too? I actually only found out it's Eason 3 months ago.
These are the amazing.
I thought it was Eason's.
Yeah. Well, I think half of us still think it's
and Eason's.
Yeah, it's just one. It's one of those things. What camp are you in? Eason or Eason's? I don't think I'm an Eason's man.
Yeah.
We're here to talk about the absolutely fantastic. It's been out a good few weeks now and flying out the door.
Yeah, 3.5 weeks. Yeah.
Bolloxology. I don't get to say Bolloxology very often on things, so I may use it quite a lot today, which is
That's
fantastic.
fine. I think, to be honest, the biggest function of the book has been to enable people to provide them with a safe space to say the word Bolloxology with impunity. So
I was recommended to my mother and I got, it's a great book out there, man, it's called Bolloxology, and she didn't even flinch. She goes, I heard that on the radio.
Yeah.
So you've obviously cracked a whole new market.
I have now normalised the word. I probably do it with loads of other words. Like, throw a curse word at me or something racist, I'll make it okay. I'll make it okay in a week's time.
Excellent. So tell us the story behind this. How has this come about? And well, first of all, the Irish Mammies has been it's been that kind of brilliant pick me up. It's throughout the year. It's Christmas time, especially humour books always rise to the top. That was amazing. And why to this? How did this come about?
I suppose first in relation to the Irish Mammies, some people call it a pick me up. I would say that it's just this far away from the Booker Prize long list, and I'm still gutted as to why it is not regarded as an outstanding work of Irish fiction. The Bolloxology is my difficult second album after the Irish Mammies book, so there's always the temptation to have a 14-minute instrumental prog rock track in there with floating volcanoes. What happened was I always have liked the way it's not a forensic examination, but the way we talk and the words we use and the ums and ahs and the words we use when we're trying to avoid saying things. And it's even, if you ever listen to the Taoiseach talking, he would always say in respect of, for no reason, as opposed to about or to. And we all do it. We all add in extra words. I'm from Cork, so there's a compulsory at the end of every sentence. And I just wanted a sort of, and in thinking about that, just the kind of nonsense that we talk as well too, and as pretensions, and as the world evolves, how what used to be pretentious then becomes de rigueur, then becomes overused, until there's a cycle of the chewing up of concepts and ideas and swanky food. There was a time when prawn cocktail was that was posh. Then you couldn't move for prawn cocktail, and now a prawn cocktail will be artisan. And isn't that quite retro? Actually, I remember getting prawn cocktails. It wasn't like
avocados now.
It wasn't served in a cycling helmet, but it's lovely. So it's a book about kind of the cycling through of culture and that kind of thing, but also it's not a forensically researched academic tome either. It's got jokes in it. I'm a comedian. My job is to make people laugh, so I try to write things funny.
And is there any particular highlights that probably gave you the most joy throughout? Was there any kind of section or when you were writing it that you were like, oh my god, this is not that you were saying you were great and it's comedy gold, but was there any area that you just found
Well, there was, I suppose the bit I found most controversial was daring to take on the topic of black pudding and the fact that I remember the old style black pudding, which was you could use it to play drafts with, right? It was that size, as hard, and you could use it as an ice hockey puck,
yes,
right?
I was going to say, yes.
And then there was a kind of a black pudding revolution where it was put into breakfast rolls, and then it began to appear on starters, and people were thinking, how audacious. This is a bit of a fry, and yet it appears on a starter in Rocket of all things. And then that was amazing. But it's kind of the way the book is about how things start off being novelty, and then we go to town in it. So now black pudding, you can't have a starter without a black pudding the size of a tractor wheel lying in a hedge of Rocket, and black pudding that'll go out. Something else will replace it. 5 years time, we'll all be like, black pudding. It's quite a retro appeal, actually. So it was the realization of how everything everything has a cycle of unusual, posh. I think I'll have the black pudding, and then I'm just sick of the black pudding at this stage. So, but obviously it's controversial to say anything to do with black pudding. It's part of our culture, and the World Health Organization said it's good for you. So,
well, now,
it's a health food. It's a super food.
Superfood.
Yeah.
And just probably as a final thing, if you were appealing now, you're making an appeal that this is the book that has to go into that sock or stock or whatever. How do you pitch it now? This is they're looking now because they're also out there in their millions watching.
It's quite. I really feel now, even staring down the barrel of the camera, you get a sense of the awesome responsibility that politicians have when they are giving an address to the nation. So what I would say is that we are living beyond our means, but if you have any means left, I think you should spend it on Bolloxology. It is the weapon you can use to carry you through the nonsense that assails you in modern life and life yet to come. And also a handy gift if you're running out of time on the 23rd of December.
Yeah. Yes, panic buy, but a good panic buy.
Yeah, it's the thoughtful gift you don't have to put any thought into.
Yes. It's the flowers of Valentine's Day in the local spar. No, it's not.
Yeah, but you remember to take the price tag from the Topaz off it.
Yes, very good. Well, thank you very much.
I wouldn't recommend anyone go to Topaz for their books, by the way, of course. It's Eason's. For not just the books, but the whole experience.
Yes.
The end-to-end customer satisfaction experience.
It's
a holistic approach.
You're welcome back to the couch.
I really admire the innovation you guys are, what you're actioning here in this space.
Yes, so we'll just keep rolling. We can go on for days and we can use it in the
I think you're knowledge champions of the book side.
And on that high note, I get to say it one more time because, Bolloxology is now available online in the stores that we just discussed, and it's absolutely fantastic, hilarious, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Good luck with Christmas, and I expect at least people to get 3 or 4 each and then return them.
Yeah, they're all different. I would keep buying every one of them.
There's a Pokemon, special Pokemon in one of them, but you're not saying which one.
Yeah, we call them Easter eggs.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Okay, well, thank you very much, and good luck out with business.